Hello, welcome back to Funtime Crafts 24/7. This is an unboxing video, and what we're unboxing today is we're unboxing the Anna Griffin mystery box for April 2026. But before we do that, I just want to put a little plug in for the video that I did, a couple of them that I did previously to this one. I did a paper flower video 2 videos back. And they're super, super easy. They use the tissue paper from your Anna Griffin boxes or from any box that you get that has the decorative tissue paper. It uses that tissue paper from those boxes. And so you're repurposing it to make the flowers. And then in the next video, plus cotton swabs. That's what the centers are, the flowers. Like, how cute is that, right? And then I did a tutorial to make the little bouquet basket for this sweet little gift card holder, and this little gift card holder. And but right, isn't that so cute, the little bouquet of flowers in the little gift basket? I think that is just so cute. Make a great birthday, Mother's Day, thinking of you type of gift. Yeah, it's just super sweet. So if you didn't see these videos, go check them out. They're really fun, and I think you would get a kick at how easy this is to make. It goes really quick. These flowers are so simple, and the basket, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So quick. So nice and easy. But yeah, check these out. They're really great. Okay, and now let's get into this one. That's why you're here. So let's open up this box. Like I said, this is for April 2025 or 2025. God, I'm a year late. A year late and $1 short. It's April 2026, and it's the chinoiserie. I took a peek at the mystery box Facebook fan page, and it is a beautiful collection. Oh my goodness. I'm not one to keep a secret or be surprised by anything. If I can investigate and see what it is, I always look. I like to see all the things. Okay, so there we go there. And yeah, so keep this tissue paper. We're actually going to use it in this video. I'm pretty sure, because I had an idea about using it with the photo mats. Making photo mats and things like that. There's no, I don't believe there's any, but look how pretty. So this is definitely an Asian or Oriental inspired feel to this collection, and it is gorgeous. Look at that. It's so pretty. Yeah, look at those dies. Aren't those great? I love the size. I love that they have layering, and look at the bright colors for the sentiments. Love that. Love that size of bow. This is my favorite. I think this is 3/8. That is a great size of bow. Yeah, it's so pretty. Well, I'm gonna fold this tissue paper up nice, because I think I'm gonna use this. I have an idea about it. So set that to the side, and we will get into the kit. We're just gonna go through this really quick, because the goal today is to make 3 cards, as well as 3 scrapbook layouts. And I believe we're going to try to make 3 doubles again. That's been the goal with every video for the last, this will be the 4th one. So the last 3 videos, I was able to make 3 cards and 3 double page layouts. So we'll see if we can do it again. So look at those flowers. Oh, beautiful. Pinks, golds. Oh my goodness. And I see a beautiful little like turquoisey, oceany color. A blue in there, like a green blue. Wow, those are, look at the size. Perfect for scrapbook pages or cards if you really wanted just a couple of things to do a focal point with. Yeah, those are beautiful. Oh, look at these colors. Okay, so yeah. So it's all pinks and turquoises. Turquoise and pink, that beautiful turquoisey blue-green. Yeah, gorgeous. Look at these. They're lovely. Okay, so yeah, we can do a lot with this. Oh, and there's some smaller ones. Oh, that's cool. So for like your cards, you can use, it'd be easier to use these on because you have a smaller space. And then the larger ones for the scrapbook pages to help fill up the area. Your surface area. Very cool. I'm probably going to also use some envelopes on the scrapbook pages in this one too. So as another way to use them, since you're making 3 scrapbook pages. Means you're not making all cards, right? So you'll have some spare envelopes left. So let's see what the size of these are, because she's been sending some funky, yeah, 7 1/4 by 5 1/4. So that's perfect size for 5 by 7. Yeah, that is a delight. Okay, you get your pink bows. These are beautiful, and you can use these. Those are nice. You get your sentiments, and these are so pretty. I love the colors. It matches the paper. Oh my heavens. Look at that paper. It's beautiful. Look at the peacock. Wow. That is lovely with all the floral designs and the architecture. That is pretty. So let's see. Have a very happy birthday. You get a couple of those, couple of each. May your birthday be as special as you are. Aw, get well soon. Nice little variety. A day is made more beautiful when touched with your kindness. Thank you. Oh, wow, that's nice. To have a good friend is one of the sweetest delights of life. Oh, those are lovely. For someone special. Oh, I love that. Yeah, these are great. All those are really nice and user-friendly. Multi-purpose use there. So there we go there. I like the generic ones. I really do. I'm not into the sappy, poetic-y ones. Look at those dies. That butterfly is delightful. Look at the layers of that. I can't wait to cut that out. So it comes with the layering and the intricate. And that bugger is about 3 3/4 inches by approximately 2 1/2, 2 3/4, 2 3/4. That is a big butterfly. These are great. 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. So this is going to be 2 1/2 by about 2 1/2. That is delightful from here to here, about a square. Boy, those are great. I'm loving those. Yeah, I love butterflies. Okay, and then you get some card bases. Look at how pretty. That is a pop of gorgeous springtime color if I've ever seen it. Okay, blank and handmade by. That is terrific. These are 5 by 7. Put a ruler. Yep. You get 2 of each. Oh, yeah, look at that pattern. Yeah, and now you don't have to use these as card bases. You can repurpose for photo mat layers. You could cut them and then use the back for layering bits as well. Die cuts and stuff. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. So they go this way because the card opens this way. That's a delightful. Oh, look how pretty. Are these? Yeah, these are upside down. That is beautiful. Okay. And then look at this green and pink. So it's green? Okay, so you're pink and green and a touch of turquoise is what this color palette is. That's your colors. With a bit of orange, if you want to throw that in from some stuff out of your stash. That is gorgeous. Look at how beautiful that is. Limited on the color ratio, but I think I can work with that. I'm not opposed to that whatsoever. I think that's great. Okay, so let's see what we got going on with the extra ephemera pieces here. Look at these. Oh, my eyes are drawn to these bits. So you get 2 of each. Oh, that's nice. Look at these. Oh, that is really cool. These are cool. Yeah, this is cool. I'm loving that. Okay, so I got an idea for those already. Okay. So, yeah, and then look at these. These are a single layer. These other ones were double. They were stacked with dimension. These gold. Oh, look at these are a bit smaller too. Those are nice. Oh, those are nice. Oh, I love the lanterns. Oh, there's a bit of orange there. There's an orange pop there to add in with maybe that if you wanted to. Same with the green, that similar green tone. These as well. Oh, and another one, a hot pink one. Those are, oh, are they stickers? And I think they're stickers. Wait, are they? But are they? Oh, yeah, they're stickers. Oh, that's terrific. Cool beans. Okay, so we got those. Those are some fun things we can use. Definitely interested in those. I am loving those. Okay, and then we have our sentiment inserts. Let's not lose these. I got an idea. I just got an idea with this one. I think, yeah. Okay, so focus on the unboxing first. First things first. Okay, let's get some. Let's see. Let's see what these are. Hopefully they're like just your basic. I like the basics. Sending warm thoughts your way. That's basic and that is beautiful. And it's in black. Love that. I like the multicolored ones, but I'd rather have a basic sentiment versus a multicolored one I'm not really going to use. So yeah, may all your wishes come true, right? Yeah, these you can use for all kinds of things. And there's 2 of each. That's delightful. Thinking of you and hoping each new day will find you feeling better. Oh, that's really nice. Yep, that's usable. Wishing you joy on this very special day. This very special day. That is nice, too. Yeah, these are great. They're basic. That's nice. I love you with all my heart. Aww. Mother's Day's coming up here. Just a little note, just a word or two, thanking you for who you are and the special things you do. Oh, that is lovely. You can always use those. Yeah, these are nice. I love these. These are really good. Okay, and so those go there. And now let's look at the paper. I'm sure it matches the cards. It's probably, yeah, the same patterns because that's what she's been doing. The first collection that we had that was a Valentine's theme, the card bases were different than the paper, which was pretty fun because you could maximize patterns and stuff. But the last ones have all the card bases were exactly what the paper was. So, and I think that's this case, yeah. And they're all single-sided. They're a nice, sturdy weight. This is just so beautiful and cheery. Yeah, this is gorgeous. I don't necessarily use the Asian feel or Oriental inspired style, but I love it. I think it's actually really pretty. They're really beautiful. Yeah, like come on, that is gorgeous. Even like those, like yeah, pick me. I'll play with that every day. Anytime I'll play with that. Like that is so beautiful. Okay, so yeah, they're the same. And 2 of each, so you get 12 sheets. There again, let's, so I think I'm going to put my scrapbook pages together and then use what's left for the cards. So I'm thinking, okay, let's see. You only get 2 of each, so we have to be super strategic about this. And what I'm thinking is I would like to, okay, so let's fan this out and see what we have. So there's a solid. Basically a solid. There's a basic solid. There's a very busy one there. Okay, and then you have these with the more whitish background. So what I'm thinking first off is I need a bold, solid color to go with the pattern. That then I'm thinking I'm gonna do. I'm loving adding the envelopes into the design. And I had an idea for an interactive one. And so I have this envelope here that's just sitting up from one of my last projects. This would go, you could get this, but what about this? Because that's pretty busy. That is so busy though. That's more busy than I want for busy. The envelope has a great contrast on here. Let me think about this for 1 second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 sheets. I'm thinking, but actually, what if we do this one? That could work there. Okay. I think I want to do this, and I think this green technically contrasts more than this one does. Oh, look at that. And then this pops on there. If I did the pink, but then, hold on, wait. But if this ends up being my frame, the frame looks cool. The frame looks really cool on that. And this pops on here. And then I could do a matte layer. And then I had another idea for another design that I could then use the second part of it. So these go really great together. So I think what I'm going to do is, and I love the boldness. Does this go on this? This does work with this. But I think actually these two would work the nicest, and they go really good together. And you could get some seriously bold contrast with these two. So wait. Let's see. I'd have pieces. Okay, let's just focus on this and putting this page together. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to utilize all the pieces that I'm gonna get, plus thinking about the fact that half card bases I can use as matte layers, as well as extra envelopes that you could use for filling in and doing layers. So what I'm thinking is these are going to be my base. I'm going to do these as my base like this. And what I want to do is I want to cut a 1/2 inch frame with this to go around the outside is what I'm going to do. So let me grab my paper trimmer while we're here. I'm going to grab not my guillotine. I'm actually going to use this style of paper trimmer. And what this allows you to do is to be able to put the cutting knife anywhere on the page and for you to be able to cut frames out and things, or strategically cut items out. And so since I want a 1/2 inch frame, what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure past the cut mark to a 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to measure a 1/2 inch down on the page so I can get a 1/2 inch frame and go to 11.5. And that's going to get me my first frame edge. So go ahead and push the knife in. Wait. This doesn't look proper. Shoot. You're supposed to be on 1/2 inch. I'm supposed to be on 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. And then let's go down to 1/2 inch. So 11.5. So 11.5. And now so we got our first part of our frame. We're going to turn it, put it on a 1/2 inch. And then you're already at 1/2 inch on here. Make sure it stayed on the 11.5. And then you're going to go back up to the first cut line or to 1/2 inch. Whatever's easier for you to see. And then turn. And you're going to do this all the way around. And you're going to do this on both if you want to follow along. Maybe since we're right at the beginning, just go to the end and see what we ultimately end up creating to see if you want to stick around. It might not be your cup of tea. You might just need inspiration to get you to where you want to go. And I don't want to bore you. It might not be fun. Okay, so there you go. Okay, so 11.5 all the way back up to a 1/2 inch. Kapow. And I think that's going to do it. And I'm going to do this to the... Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, don't rip it. Don't rip it. Whoopsie. Okay, there we go. And then just give it a little tug if it's still stuck. And look we got a frame that is going to be nice and contrasty on this page. Okay, there we go. See, look at how great. That's pretty good. And then what I want to do is I want to use an envelope. I want to use an envelope here. Okay, let's see. What I was thinking is I think I'm going to make an interactive page with this, is what I'm thinking. And I had been thinking about a design, so I went ahead and I pulled out some scrapbook page sleeves. These are the 3-ring binder ones. These go into... I think these are for postbound albums, though. I'm pretty sure this is for a postbound album. Well, either way, they go into a 12x12 album. And what I want to do is I want to actually make an interactive page with this. So what I'm thinking is, let's see, what can I do here? What I want to do, oh yeah, and then this is only single-sided. So keep this because we're going to use this for other stuff. This could actually be my photo mat, though. I could make it a double-side photo mat if I cut out the back here. Let's see. Okay, hold on a second here. Let's push this aside. Let's think about this for a second. this is going to go just like this. I'm going to do just like this. Right? I'm going to do just like this. So let's take a... Oh, the page. This is 5 by 7, isn't it? Yeah, this is 5 by 7. Let's put this here. I'm just going to trace around this. I'm just going to trace around this. Yeah, I think I can do this. And then that will save me a photo mat. That will give me another photo mat. So let's go ahead and grab a pencil. Something that's going to be pretty high contrasty. Oh, maybe something sharpened? Maybe this. Oh, here we go. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to trace around this. And I try to stick to what is in the box. And the reason that is because obviously I got a gazillion things in my stash, right? But I try to, just in case a new person has signed up for this mystery box and is new to crafting. So the goal is that they can, whatever I do with the box, for the most part, with very minimal items added to the, or, you know, that they would have to purchase, or hopefully they would kind of have it in their stash, they could replicate what it is that I do if they so chose. You know, obviously they're going to put their own spin on it and whatever, but the idea is that hopefully whatever I do, they can actually then replicate as a new crafter. And that's the goal. And I realize everybody has their own stuff, but sometimes it can be very frustrating when you see something that you like and then you can't make it, you know, you can't replicate what it is that they did. So, okay, wait, let's see what we can do here. Let's see. I'm going to try to cut this piece out. So what I'm doing is I'm just eyeballing this line onto my cut line. And I'm trying to go in a fashion that's not going to ding my paper. Yeah, because I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here's one. And then we'll get it figured out. We'll do this first. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to put it where my mark is on here. And I'm going to line it up with this line. I'm going to line this arrow up on my line, and then I'm going to eyeball this down through the cut line there and put this on this line here. And so then once I'm there, I'm going to go up to this cross line here. And that gets me my first one. Okay, now that I got that, I got to figure out how to get this without denting it. I'm trying not to dent my paper. I think we're just going to have to just wing it there. I think that looks pretty good. So put this back up onto that cross section. Might have to go in this way maybe. Let's see. Is that going to go? I don't know. Just up to that line and then back to this one. And you can always use a ruler and a cutting mat. And I might end up having to do that on this other one. On this other... But I'm just gently trying not to ding my paper. I'm going to have to go this way again. And just lining it up. Lining it up on my other cut, on this cut line. Oh, it's going to ding my paper. Wait for it. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to have to cut this one out by hand, probably. I don't know if I can get that one. I can't. Well, it worked in my head. It seemed like it should work in my brain. But sometimes stuff doesn't line up. Now I'm just eyeballing it down the center. Hopefully the center of... And then putting it up on this mark here. Trying not to press too hard, but solid enough that it cuts. And hopefully it doesn't. And the paper's busy, though. If it dings it, it probably isn't going to be too bad. And look, it actually worked. But let's see if hopefully it covered it up. Hopefully it'll cover it up. Oh, swell, right? Okay, cool. Okay, I need a, oh, yeah. Okay, and then the idea was that this is going to be my backer paper right here. I'm actually going to put this on here like this. And that way it gives it stability because I cut that giant gaping hole there. And then hopefully we can clean this up and we can use this as a photo mat, an integrated, interactive photo mat. Like this, like right? That's the idea, is that we do that. And then you could put a picture on the back if you want. You could put one on the front. But let's just, okay, hold on. Okay, let's get our glue. And let's pop this frame on, right? Okay, let's put our frame on. Actually, let's figure out our paper here. Does this look like it has a direction? I don't think it does. I think it's fine. Let's see. We're just gonna pop a little glue onto here and go ahead and attach this to this other sheet that came in the scrapbook sleeve. Oh, Farfignugan. Don't get your stuff in your pretty stuff in your handy glue work. Whoopsie. Okay, that looks pretty decent. I think that's enough glue. I don't think I measured this up. I think I just stuck it on here. Hopefully it fits. It looked like it would be just fine. Oh yeah, that works just great. Okay, cool. What is 12 by 12? So you would think that it would. Okay, oh, you could even do that. Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't have even thought of doing that. Oh my, that's a high impact. What do you guys think about that? That's kind of fun. Goes with the envelope situation there. You could definitely do this. Let's clean this up a little bit. Oh, wow. I don't know. I think we should just stick with the green. I'm just going to trim a hair off each side of these. Well, a little more than that. Got to get some meat off the bone. To get that black line. Because you can still see my mark. And it's going to be okay. And everything's going to be okay. Yeah, that looks so much better without the black funkiness. Nope, keep going. There. That looks way better for a photo mat. Okay, and then we can doll it up with stuff. Man, boy, that really gives an impact, doesn't it? Let's see what it looks like with this. The green is really pretty too, though. No, let's stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. And I love this. Okay, hold on. Let's stick to the plan. Otherwise, we're going to be here for a month of Sundays. We still have so many more projects we have to do. Yeah, we already got this. Let's just do it. Okay, so putting glue on the back of my frame. Trying not to get schmutz on my project. Yeah, this paper is fun. It's not one that I normally would pick, but it is so pretty, and I love the colors of it. It's gorgeous. And the ample size of the flowers, those are delightful. It's pretty fun. It's fun to work with stuff that you don't normally work with. Oh, maybe I shouldn't get glue on my project. It's more fun if you have time to and not be on the fly like this. Nothing like open a box and do a video. And now I'm going to glue this to here. I'm going to glue this over my hole like so. And just the base portion though. I'm not going to glue the flap because I don't know what I want to do there yet. But just making sure I cover my hole. That is the goal. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, and then we're going to do this. Okay, and now we're going to take this. I was thinking about using the green, though, that we cut. This to cut out a 5x7 mat. I'm thinking about doing that. I was thinking about doing that. You know, and then instead of this one, because this blends, and then this will look really fun in there. Let's do that. I think we ought to just stick to the plan. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a 5x7 off this one. Let's do a 5x7. Oh. A 5x7. And get that photo mat like that. And then this is going to go in here like this. Yeah, like that. But the interactive portion is we're going to make that pull out through the sleeve. Wouldn't that be stinking fun? And especially if you could pull it out and there's 2 photos on that one. Which, wait, we can layer. We can actually layer these together. Oh, that would be fun. What if we do that? You pull it out and then you could have another photo on the back. Like, right? That would be great, right? Let's go ahead and glue these 2 together. You want plenty of glue so they make sure to adhere really well together. And then we're just going to center this up on the back because I know it's not the same size. Because obviously I had to cut a little bit off. But we'll just make it look nice, right? Look at how great that is. That is great. Because then you could put a picture on this. And I would probably just do like a 4x6 on this. So you get that beautiful pattern. The same with the front. Like, right? That is pretty great. Okay, so now we just need to... let's see. Okay, so we got that. Let's get some... let's get something for the edge for a pull handle. And then also, too, we were going to... I was thinking last time I wanted to do a... Oh, I should have used a card base instead of this. Oh, next time, don't cut this. Oh, because you could use this for something else. Shoot! Use a card base. Use the top of a card base for this. Don't use this. Dag nabbit. That's okay, though. That's okay. I can make a small mat. I can make a small photo mat for here. Like something for a 2x3. So I could do like this 3x4 and do a 2x3 photo here. And it'll be fine. It's got nice contrast. I could put a flower on it. It'll be fine. Okay. And then, oh, and then I still need something for a card, like a journaling card or something. Or maybe I just put flowers on it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and I think this, yeah, because we want to do butterflies, and I was thinking about using the back of an envelope, which I could have done the back of a card base. If I would have used that on that. Dang it. Okay. Well, you guys know now. You guys know now. I can always flip. Well, that doesn't. Yeah, we can do all kinds of things here. And even then, what I was going to use this for could be the journaling spot, actually, because this is a double pull out. So let's go ahead and pop this in here. into this. And this is going to be the left side. It's going to be, because, oh, is it? No, I got to go this way because it's the left side. Well, I guess it actually doesn't. Yeah, it does if you put the slit there. If you put the slit there and I make a double layout, the other one will go that way. And I think they'd be cuter if they were like the... No, I don't think it would matter, huh? Would it matter? If they were like that? I don't think it would matter. That and that. And you could do the photo and then a journaling card. A journaling spot, something there. Journaling card. I don't think it would matter. I think it would be just fine. And actually we could just stencil on this. Or ink it. We could just ink this up. What if we just put some ink on this to make it a little bit more poppy? Like it could pop a little bit more. And actually we could do this way instead. And we could do this in green. And this is the one you pull out first. If this is all inked up in green. Let's just put some ink on this. And then if you wanted to, you could stamp, you know, at home. You could just stamp. Oh, and we have some flat flowers we could put there. We'll put a flower there. So it's a nice surprise when you pull this out. It would be really cool. Like you'd have some fun there. So let me grab some ink really quick. And I don't know what I'm gonna need. I don't know what I'm gonna need for. And we should have inked up the envelope before we stuck it on there, but I can't do anything about that now. Because I was trying to, but if you guys just inked it up, you'd be just fine. You could do pink, you could do whatever. I'm gonna do green though. Because last time I did the same color. And it didn't bode well for me. I liked the contrast of the opposite color, so I think I'm gonna see if I can make that work. The green work. And so I have this mint tape. This is all I'm using here. Just so that way I don't get ink on the page. Like this. And then we can just put some scratch paper, or this is copy paper up here, so I can ink that up. Yeah, it would be so much easier if you didn't glue it down, but I was excited. I wasn't thinking. And now we got to figure out a good green. That's like more piney green. I wonder if this is more fresh green, like chartreusey green. Or it's like grass green, probably more. Oh, that's better. Oh, let's try this. Oh, look at the highlight. Oh, that's pretty fun. Wait, let's see what it... Ooh, whoops. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, that's pretty fun on there, right? That's a nice pop of green. And then if you pop those pink flowers on there, that's a hoot. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Oh, that's pretty fun. It gives it a little something something. Not just a boring ivory envelope. I'm not trying to cover up the ivory, but just give it a little contrast on and, you know, make it fun. Oh, that's pretty fun. So like a fun little apple green or some little punch of green like that, if you have that in your stash. And you don't have to do this. Like, this is just a bit of extra. Just, you know, to be fun. And you could put a stencil on this. You could do, yeah, you could do all kinds of stuff with that. Which I'm kind of loving the fact that that has that, like, just a bit of this piney green. in it as well. I think I'm going to pop that in there. Oh, too much. I'm going to pop that in here as well. I've been loving that little punch of piney green in there. Oh, look how pretty. Okay, let's pop some flowers on this. And, ooh, get rid of this. Wait, this will get all over our project. Let's get rid of this. Okay, and let's pull this off and see what it looks like. I was hoping for a little punch of something. Okay, now I'm going to save this. And now next time I'm going to ink my envelope, not on here. But look at that. Isn't that fun? Oh my heavens, that's pretty great. Love that. Okay, and now let's grab some flowers. And are we going to go this way? I think we could go that. Well, let's see what we have for flowers, though. Oh, if we go the other way, though, the pink flowers would give us the best punch. Okay. Yeah, like that. Like that. Okay. Okay, and now what we have to remember is the ones on the back need to be flat. We could do like this. And I'm going to try to stay to the edge. Oh, and they got to have opposites. Oh, is there opposites? Oh, shoot. Yeah, we got to have opposites. For the edge, you got to have opposites for the edge. So let's see what we have. Maybe I go gold and then just a little punch of pink. Like that. I actually just like the pink on there. But oh, is there opposites? Let's see if there's opposites. Are these? These are the same. These are the same. Let me see. Let me go through these and see if there's opposites. Because, yeah, that would be not cool if there isn't. Those are all the same. These are the same. Let's see. This is the same. Yeah, let me go through these and see if there is opposites. I'll be... Opposites? This is the opposite. Oh, cool. Okay. So we got at least two. Because what it is, you have to have one for the back. Like this. They have to go like this if you put them on the edge like that. So we've got two. At least two. Sweet. All right, we're on a roll. Okay, so those don't match. Oh, that's terrific. Nope. Not even the same. Okay, wait for it. Come on, opposites. Is this? Oh, opposites. One for the middle. Oh, swell. Okay, alternate case scenario. Oh, we could even just do one. I mean, we don't have to do the whole edge. We could just do one. Okay, but it looks pretty fun with the two. Huh. Yeah, that looks pretty fun. If you could have the two. Like that. That's pretty good. Like this. Maybe something like that. Yeah, maybe something like... yeah. Like that. No, let's see what else there is. Hopefully there's something else. Okay, so hold on. Those are the opposites. So... Oh, these are the opposites. So actually, could we go like this instead? Oh, let's do that. Oh, I think that is... Wait, or we do like this. Oh, we could do that. And look how pretty that is. Wait, these opposites are throwing me off. Yeah, and then that's what you pull out of the envelope. And look how beautiful that is. And that would get you a really nice picture. Like, right? That's really cool. Okay, so let's do that. And then let's, okay, so let's put these on. And these are my opposites. So let's get these on there. On our photo mat. So we're going to go like, ishy-ish, right on the edge. So you can get a really big photo there. Like that, you know? Like that. Let's see. Yeah, I think that looks great like that. That looks really good. And it looks like a little pull handle. That looks really fun. Get this all off. And then you're just going to line them up. Making them look as perfect as you can. Like that. And that's why you want the opposites. Like, that's pretty good, right? Oh my goodness, right? That's pretty good. Okay, and then we'll put our little slit in. So line this guy up here. Make it perfect. That looks pretty good there. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. That's pretty good, right? Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, and then this. Oh, I think we're going to have to glue that down. I was thinking I might need some flowers in there, though, or something fun. You know, I wasn't sure. Like, we could go like that, and that looks really pretty, you know? And then we could... let's see, where's those flat ones? We had the flat ones. Hang on, let me find the... I love this. That is so pretty. Okay. And then we could do a little... That is beautiful. Maybe... Yeah, maybe something like that, right? And then what if we have a little... Like, what if I put a little frame right here? A little 3x4, and you could put a 2x3 photo in the center. Yeah, let's see. What... Oh, whoops. Hold on. What size is this? What do we got here? Oh, that is 4. But would it be better? 3. 3. Oh, 3. That's not bad. 3x4. And you could put a 2x3 in there. Oh, here. Let's go this way. So, 3. Yeah. You could put a... We could cut that frame out. Save this. We could do butterflies out of that or something. Oh, yeah. We could do it like that. Or we could go like this. For a photo mat there. We could do a little photo mat. We could cut this out. So let's get our other paper cutter. Actually, let me just trim this out. I'm just going to do a 1/2 inch all the way around. Just like I did before, where you line it up 1/2 inch. And then go 1/2 inch to 1/2 inch and go around. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what we have here, right? That's pretty good. And then what we can do is we can decide if we want to do it like this or we want to go tall waist. This could even be the journaling spot, which would be really cool. We could go like this. And actually, if we had something to back that would be nice. Yeah, something ivory that we could write on. That would be like that. I guess I could just turn that over and that could be the journaling spot. That would be really cool. So then we could just pop a little flower. What if I just do that? So let's, I was going to try to cut a butterfly out of the back of that, but I think what I'm going to do is just tape it on the back. And call that awesome. The other ideal thing is if I knew what cards I was not using or that I was using that I had the extra backs for would be really cool as well. And then we'll just keep that like that. I think that is really stinking fun. Okay, and then we can always figure this out. We could do something or something with something. That is pretty, right? Or we could do like this. We could do like that, right? Okay, I think that looks good. Let's do that. And then we just need one more. I think this looks good. So let's peel this off. Let's pop this one on there. I love that these are stickers. This is terrific. Oh, whoops. Okay, and then I guess actually we'll just put glue on the back of this. We could pop it up with dimensionals. Actually I'll do that. We'll just put a little dimensionals on this. These are the Stampin' Up, so they're low profile. They're really nice. You don't need a lot. This is just paper. And if you're worried about it staying forever and ever, you could pop a little glue on. Not a big deal. I think I'm going to do there instead. On the corners of the, where I cut it. And that way it kind of helps it all to be the same. Okay, and then we'll just go, I think we were going about there. And then we'll pop this one down there. And I think that is going to be lovely. Oh, these aren't on. I was like, those are moving. We could add a little, I gotta figure out what I could cut the butterflies out with. What to cut the butterflies out of. And how big of butterflies we can actually get. Might have to bring in some. Look how pretty. That is so pretty. Yeah. Boy, that's really nice. So this could be a picture or a journaling card. And then you have this that pulls out here. Oh my goodness, right? So let's go ahead and glue this down. And then let's put something decorative. There. We're gluing this puppy. Oh, is that? Oh, that's not even on. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's hilarious. Let's see, I think it was like this. Ish. Let's glue this down. We'll just hold that for a second there. And that'll be fine. Okay, and then now we need our, where's our dill? Let's pop this. So let's go this way, and I want mine to be like this. So I've got the spine to the right side, which would be the center of the book, rather than the outside of this page. So I'm going to go like this. My spine is here. I'm going to go like that, and then what I want to do is, oh, where's my, I should have this in there. Let's see where, I think I can go. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow that line there with an X-Acto knife. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use an X-Acto knife. So make sure this is all in there where I want it, right? And then I'm just going to follow that line. I'm going to go a little past my envelope. And just go a little bit past the envelope. And see how that works. And then that way you can. Come on, that is pretty fun, right? And then the person, you can pull this out, right? That is pretty good. I think that is delightful. Okay, and now we just need something there. Like a little surprise. Like you could put a little message there. You could actually put the journaling tag there. Something, oh, it got caught on my little window. Let's see. we could put a flower there. We need something flat though. Well, actually this is going to slide over, so it actually doesn't matter. It could be whatever. Oh, let's put a butterfly there. Don't we? We have butterflies in here. I'm pretty sure. Oh, and there's a green one. We could, oh, how lovely is that? These are, we could definitely do, we could do this with the little butterfly like that. What do you think? And then that would be the surprise. What would it look like? We could make it come out like that. And then when you pulled it out, it just looks like it's part of the, it just looks like it's part of that design. And then when you pull it out, you know, you'd reveal the whole thing. Like, how fun is that? That's pretty cool. If this was an envelope liner, you could do that as well. Like, that would be pretty cool, as, you know, too, as an aesthetic. I wish I had some matte golds to cut my butterflies out, but that is pretty stinking fun. I think I'm going to go with that. And then it's just a nice surprise. It's totally different. Yeah, so we're going to go like this. It's going to look like the design. And then, or should I, you know what? Since this is under the window, we can technically pop this up. It doesn't have to be flat. And then that way it doesn't get lost. Right? So you have that dimension there. And then this is going to go. So let's put this back in. And I think this page is done. So I am loving this. And then I just need to make one more exactly like it. Look at how cool. Okay. That's pretty fun, I think. And then this pulls out. It gives you two photo layers. Actually, you could just go right there. You could just go to there. There you go. So whether journaling or a photo, and then your double photo that you then pull out, and then you get a fun surprise like that, right? That is pretty good. Yeah, that is pretty good. And it's interactive, and who doesn't love an interactive page? Like, that is pretty good. I am loving that. I think that just is so pretty. Okay, so there we go. That's our first one. One more time. Okay, I could do that all day. Okay, so there we go. Oh my goodness, right? What do you think? Okay, so there's that. And now, okay, I need to make sure, though, that I do this. Let me do this. Let me do the matching one to this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's my opposite. I did on this one add one of the butterflies, and the ivory came from just flipping this same one that I cut out, and it was a piece left over from the one square. I still have this whole one here, which I'm hoping to do something with, but there was another piece left, so when I made this matte layer, there was a section left because it was a pretty big piece. I cut this butterfly out of, and then one of the other pieces, I cut that butterfly out, and I thought that just was a really nice addition. And so then I didn't have the same flowers, but I honestly think that it's just fine. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, but there you go, right? That is pretty fun, right? I think this just came out so stinking sweet. And so then you have a double photo, which like looks really good, right? And then the flowers are your little handle, which I think is, so you could use this as a journaling spot, or you could use it as a matte layer, however you want to do that. And I think that is just really, really fun. So there's two. However, I did notice I used a boatload of flowers on these two pages. I'm not doing my flower distribution properly. So, but that's okay. We got two gorgeous pages out of it. And so now what we're going to do is, so the next one that I'd like to do is, what if we do these two fun sheets, right? Yeah, and then I could do something else with this one. Yeah. No. Okay, let's stick to the plan. So we're going to do that. I'm pretty pretty sure we're going to do this. We're going to do this page here, which is really fun. And this is going to be my background. These two are going to be my background. And what I thought was, you know what? It's the Orient. They have fans. What if we take the backs of the envelopes and we turn them into a couple of fans for a decorative element? We could add one of our bows, and then we can use a couple of these card bases as mat layers. I mean, that would be like, right? I mean, we cut the butterflies out of, we could do the same thing. We could do an ivory layer we could cut, here, let's just do it. Okay, let's just do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these as those are going to be, I'm going to do a double 5x7 here, right? And I think what I'm going to do, yeah, because then the pink will go really nice. It'll be super fun. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 5x7s. Yeah. I think, and then I could get butterflies. I could totally get butterflies out of this. I could get butterflies out of this and do the same thing. Okay, so I'm just going to do one right now. Let's cut off this, and I'm going to do the same thing, a 1/2-inch frame, so we can put a 4x6 on this. I'm just going to do 1/2-inch, 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 and get a frame, and then I can take the middle out and use that either as another mat layer, and actually we could do a mat layer on the back of this with tissue paper. We could have a tissue paper on the back of this. We could do, well, actually, what if we popped this up? Oh, I'm thinking now. This might get a little involved. Because actually we could, what if we darkened up this edge with how about a little dark aqua colored ink? Peacock. We'll go peacock because this is a dark version of that. And what if we, can we darken up the edge to make it look like, so this is some dye ink and just a blending brush. I'm wondering if I can, ooh, that's dark, but that goes. I did want it darker, but I'm just going to go lightly now. Now that I know what I'm dealing with. Just go to darken that edge up and define it a little bit more. Like, right? That adds a ton of punch. And then I'm going to cut a frame out of this. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my tissue paper and I'm going to do an inside ruffle. Oh, I think that is going to be a hoot. Which then this will pop up on top of this layer on the inside. So let me cut a 1/2-inch frame and see what that looks like. Hold on. Okay, so I got my frame cut out. And I was going to ink up the edge on this one too. So this is Peacock, Stamps of Life Peacock ink is what this is. And I like the dye ink because it dries and fairly quickly too. And I think that is going to be a nice little contrast on the inside. And then we're going to do that little ruffle method that we did on the last one, but we're going to put it on the inside of the frame and stack it on top of this layer to give us a super fun contrast, hopefully. And the fun thing is, if we want to ink up the tissue paper, we totally, oh, but look at that. That is pretty fun. Actually, do we need the tissue paper? What if we just stack these? What if we actually just stack that? And then you have that in the back. I wonder what it would look like. Hold on. Okay, so let me get the tissue paper. Hang on, let me move this. From our, where did I put it at from our box? Okay, right here. Right here. Well, let's see. Oh, I did need that guillotine trimmer. Let's whack off a chunk of this. Let's get it a little bit straightish. And you could actually cut the butterflies out of this. I wonder what that would look like, actually. And then you could ink these up. You could ink this up and then cut the butterflies out. I wonder what that would look like. All right, note to self, give that a whirl. I'm just going to a straight one, and then what I want to do is I just want to feed this back. I could have probably fed it the other way, darn it. Okay, it's just an ishy-ish. It's not perfect here. We don't deal in perfection here. I think 3/4-ish. Let's just go something like that. About 3/4 of an inch-ish. 3/4, 7/8, who knows. And let's just see what this would look like. One piece at a time. And if we popped this like we did, so back and forth accordion style, like you're doing a rosette, scrunching and having fun with this. And seeing what we end up with. Let me do this all the way down, hold on. Okay, so what I did was I scrunched it up, popped it on here, tested to see if I liked what it looked like. And it looks nice. I mean, it adds a lot of texture and whatnot, but I think I like the element of just flipping this card base, the back of it, over to the clean side like this, using this as a layer and popping this up instead, and then using this as another picture mat. So you have a photo mat here, and then you have a photo mat here. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut the middle of this out and do the same thing, and then flip this over so I have two that are... Oh, do I flip that over? Or I might use the back of... I might actually use... Oh, and we'll do the fans. Okay, so we don't need this. It was an idea, right? We got to test this stuff out, right? So, yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trim the middle of... No, I'm going to leave this. Actually, I'm going to leave it because I'm going to have a fan. So let's cut this out, and then I'll show you what to do with this. So I'm going to leave these two. I'm going to do them just like that. So what happened is I cut the back off, and that's what's flipped around here. I cut a 1/2-inch frame out. That's here, inked it up, and then this is the middle out of that frame, and that's inked up. And I'm going to do this on this side as well. So what we do to this, I'm going to do to there. So now I've got an envelope, and I'm going to use 2 envelopes. Since I'm using the 2, so you're using the card bases in your layouts, so you don't need them, right? So I'm just going to trim off the fold. Literally the fold all the way around is all I'm going to do. Like so. And you don't have to do any of the inking. It just makes it fun, right? Okay. And then just cut the fold off. Just ever so slight tiny bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the top piece. And now you end up with this. And then you have the back of this. And you can cut butterflies out of this, I'm pretty sure. Hold on, let me see. I'm pretty sure we can cut butterflies out. Let's see. Let's see if we can get the big one. Can we get the big one? And if you can't get the big one, it's... Oh, yeah, you can get the big one. See, on the 2 sides, you can get the big one. And I'll cut those out, and we'll see what they look like, okay? So hang on one second. And then now what you want to do with this is... So we'll use those for butterflies. Those pieces for butterflies. And now what you want to do with this is you want to take your scoreboard. And you want to... score this every 1/4 inch is what you want to do with this. And we're making a fan. I know this is crazy. It's very tedious, but it will be a fun impact, I'm pretty sure. Nothing's a guarantee here. This is all a trial. So let me finish scoring this all the way down, and then I'm going to accordion fold this. So I'm going to, after I get it all scored, I'm going to fold down, up, all the way down. And so I'll be right back. And I'm just going to make one for now, and we'll see what it looks like. Hold on. Okay, so once you get it all done, what you're going to have is you're going to have this. This was the front side, but I noticed I smudged it. And so I'm going to use the back, and it doesn't matter. This is like technically the inside. And so I'm going to go like that. But look at how cute that is. Doesn't that look like a little fan? And then you can just gather this up. We'll probably have to hot glue it, right? And I think that is adorable. And now we can ink up the edge to get it really nice. You can stencil this to like make it even more fun. But like, oh, come on. That pretty much matches the aesthetic, right? That is pretty good. I'm loving this. I wonder what it would look like if we did ink it up. I wonder if it'd be like, because you could concentrate it down here, like super concentrated down here, and then just lightly up there, so it would be like fun. Hang on, let me test it. I'm gonna use my same peacock ink, and let's see what it looks like. So, okay. Let's just see what it looks like. Where's my blend? Oh, I need paper. Hold on. I need my little... Oh, I hope it looks good. I got tons of envelopes, so this is so you don't have to do it, right? Oh, that's dark. We knew it was going to be dark, though. Okay, but that looks pretty fun, right? Oh, not on the paper. Oh, that's pretty fun. Oh my gosh, we're so doing that. Imagine this stenciled. Like, that would be really cool. Okay, let me finish inking this up. And this one, I'm actually going to do the edge of here and the edge of this one, because you're going to see both of those. And then I'm going to ink this all the way up since this is the handle. And then let this dry a bit. Yeah, and then that's the handle. Just trying to get down in the little crinkles of it since I folded it up. You probably want to do this before you fold it. Maybe. I don't know. You might get really inky if you folded it after. Maybe stick to this plan. And you'll probably get more definition and stuff. You'll probably want to let this dry for a minute, but I was curious. Oh my goodness. That's pretty cute. And then we can hot glue that on there. Let's see what it looks like. Let's see what this looks like. Oh my goodness. Oh, come on. That's pretty cute. A little ink. A little ink. A little peacock ink. That's adorable. And that's easy. You could use whatever color you have in your stash. You could put pink on this. This would look, if you have pink, if you have a green, you could put green on it, like, and then do the coordinating color on the edges of this. Would be super cute. And it doesn't matter that it doesn't match the colors in the paper. So totally adorable. Yeah, I am loving this. So, okay, so let me turn my hot glue gun on. And let me, let's see. We're loving this. So now we just need some embellishments. I think this is darling. Let's see. Do we want to use our pink flowers? Ooh, or take out of the orange that's in this. Could probably just use the orange. There's orange and the green in this one. I'm thinking we're probably going to do that because, like, how fun is that? We don't need lanterns. We just need flowers. Let's see, you got the green. But what about these orange ones? What if they're both the same. That's okay. And we pop a little orange. I'm thinking that is pretty cute. Like, we could definitely do that. Pop these up, right? Pop those up. Maybe a little gold up here. Maybe a little gold. Like, that is super cute. Hot glue that. Pop that on there. What do you think? I think that's pretty nice. And then we have all the same pieces for the other side. I think I am loving that. And then this will go on our fan. And, like, look at that. That uses up a bunch of pieces you know, wouldn't have used out, you know, the backs of cards and all that jazz. So let me make another one with another envelope of the fans. I'll hot glue this down and attach these. I'll put it together and it's going to look like this, I'm pretty sure. I might maybe pop another gold or something. No, we have another page and we have cards still. We have cards. If I have more flowers at the end, I might add some more, okay? But we gotta like keep it under control here. We gotta distribute evenly across the board. So let me glue these down and pop this stuff up. Wait, that's all part and parcel to the deal. Okay, I forgot. It's a tutorial. Here, this is what I was gonna do. Grab some. Here. I'm just gonna put adhesive or these Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Use whatever's in your stash though. I like these because they're a trimmer profile, especially for going into a scrapbook page. It keeps it a little bit more moderate and nice. So I am gonna pop this up like this. Yeah, it would be so fun if I have a few more flowers, but that's okay. Just gonna line this up on the edge. Trying not to. Oh, I guess it is. The back is a little bit bigger than this one. So, but that looks good. And is this where it came out? I don't think so. I think it came out this way. So this is probably, oh yeah, it comes out, it goes like this. So this goes like this. So we'll go that way. And then we'll go something like that because this is going to go here up towards the top. Oh yeah, and we were going to try a butterfly. Out. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go there. So let's pop, do we need, we can just actually put glue on this one. There we go. Right, there we go. And then we can pop that one up. And it's just paper. Well, you'll add glue, put a few on, because it is a scrapbook album. You want it to last forever. My usual shtick is it's just paper. People are going to throw it out because it's a card. We're not making this for an heirloom, but actually this is kind of an heirloom. You don't want your scrapbook to fall apart. Okay. Don't stick with status quo. Okay. Oh, look, and we get the little peacock up there. How fun is that? Okay, there we go there. And then hopefully we can go ahead, look, picture, right? I'm going to see if I can get a little hot glue there. I'm going to just hold this for a second. There we go. Like, right? This is going to be so pretty. That is going to be so pretty. I'm loving this. I wonder if I can put a little back here. And maybe, maybe just hold it together till that on the back there, and maybe it will just hold it together and then the bottom part will fan out. Let me let this set up and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's all dry now and it's kind of giving me a great shape there. I'm loving this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hot glue this on here just so it stays really nice. And maybe a little there. Okay, now remember, one and done on this. So hopefully you got your placement. And then obviously you're going to have like strategic photos for this. But because we didn't put any, this hot glue will hold this really well here. But because we didn't put anything under here, you can slide something in really easy. So now what we're going to do is pop these little ones on. Probably like this. I'm thinking something like this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue that one on. Like so. I like that a lot there. And then do I want to pop this? Okay. Okay, and then I think actually we should just do all these down. I don't know though, because it would be so nice if it had a little dimension like that, but it's gonna make it kind of tall. It'll make it a little bit tall. Well, I think, let's see, this we could go like this. Oh, let's do that. Let's put one there. I'm gonna put hot glue and hot glue, and then we're just gonna stick the ends down. Like that. I think that's where my hot glue is. And how fun is that going to look? And then I can actually I'll pop this one up. Like this. And like, isn't that pretty fun? That is pretty fun. So let's go ahead and pop a couple. Whoops. That's the backer. Couple of these like this. And maybe something like this. Oh, and I think that looks pretty stinking great. Okay, what do you think of that? I think that is a pretty fun layout there. I wish I had a butterfly. Oh, yeah, we were going to do a butterfly. Let's see what the butterfly... Oh, yeah. Here, let me cut these out. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so here's what I did. I went ahead and cut the layer out because I was curious. I was thinking, what if I ink this up? And then, yeah, and then, it would give me contrast, right? So if I added that up there, I think that would be so pretty up there. And on dimensionals, I could ink that one, and then I could just leave that on there like that. Or we could actually just do the butterfly like that. That's actually really pretty. I think it would look way better though if we ink it up. So let's do that. Let's just get this paper here, and let's see what that looks like. Okay, it just takes a minute, and I got a bazillion envelopes. And this is if you don't have to do any of this stuff. It's up to you what you want to do, right? So you do you. You don't have to do any of this stuff. It's just purely for inspiration. Okay, let's see that, and maybe a little bit darker on the tips of the wings. Let's see what that looks like. That looks like it's going to be super stinking fun. And then we can pop this layer up and then give it a little bit of opa. But let's do the antenna section here as well, so our little antennas pop too. And do this. Oh my goodness, right? That's really pretty. I think that is gorgeous. Oh my heavens, that's beautiful. Okay, do you think we should put some green on this one? I wonder if we should put some green on that. We could definitely put some green on that. I wonder what it would look like. Maybe we put some green on it. What if we put some green? Let's just try it. I got more envelopes. Hang on. Let me ink this up. I'll be right back. Okay, what do you think? I think this is going to be great. I am loving that. I think that is beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue the middle of this down. Like this. Leave everything else to where it can just, like flex up and be amazing. Have optimal contrast, and then just help this stuff to all fluff out like so. And I think that is absolutely beautiful. So then on the back of this, I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals. or something to pop it up if I could find something. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get some dimensionals and pop it. I'm just going to put it right there. I think that is so fun. Maybe with a little... Should we put a little gold something back there? What about a little gold? Like that? Little something back there? Or, maybe that's overdone. Maybe we don't need that. Okay, I'm just going to pop it up like that. I think it's going to be fine. Yeah, because I don't think like that. What do we think about that? No, I think just I just think that. Or do you think we need a little bit more color on this? Some orange and like, no, just get some, I'm just going to get dimensionals. Hold on. Okay, so I got page 2 all put together as well. And I added the green. I'm not sure where I was at because I was putting this together. But I highlighted it with the green, and I added that flower back there, and I think that just turned out really, really cute. I think it's so pretty. And I think this page is finished. So that's what it looks like. That's what they look like. So I did the opposite of what we started with. And I think they just came out really, really darn fun. And I just love how they, and it goes with the paper collection. I think the fan and everything goes really, really neat with the paper collection. And we're just sticking to, other than ink, everything that is in the kit. So I think this is turning out really great. So number 2, now we got number 3, page 3. So let me see what I can do. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I've got an idea to do a double 5x7. We're going to take these 2 card bases. We're going to use these 2 borders, but we're splitting these in half. So you get 2 for each, half for each page. Then I have this piece, so we're going to do a double it like this. So then I have this piece left over from the first page, and what I'm thinking is I'm going to cut this in 1 3/4 inch strips. Actually, well, I was actually thinking about doing a box frame, but actually I could probably, yeah, let's do a box frame. It'll be fine. I'm going to cut this in 1 3/4 inch strips. I'm going to do 8 of them. So that way I have 4 for each side. And then I'm going to pop these on as a corner, like this. So I'm going to do 8. Wait, can I do that? 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, no, I can't. I don't have enough. Okay, what can I do then? I could just do 1/2 inch strips then, and just, or 3/4 inch strips. Because this is 11 1 inch would give me 11 strips, and I need 8. So there you go there. So I'd have 3 inches left. So I'm kind of thinking if I go, what is this? Is this an inch? What we got here? This is an inch, and this is too wide. I think this is too wide. I was kind of thinking, well, what if I actually just cut out a frame out of this? That's 3/4 of an inch all the way around, and then do another one smaller. So it'd be an inch. It would be an 1.5 inches smaller on the next page. But I was thinking about popping these corners on like that. Yes, but I don't know if that would fit. If my card base would fit in the middle of that. So 3/4 and 3/4, and then I'd still have a frame. But then I wanted to put this there. I don't think that would work. So I think I am just gonna stick with the plan. Okay, I'm just gonna cut 3/4 inch strips. I'm gonna cut 8 of them, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my 3/4 inch strips, and I really love what they look like. I think this is grand. This is gonna be great. And so then it's gonna be like this. And then what I did was I took I think that's great. I took this embellishment and I cut it right down the middle, right between these little details here in the center. And I've got 4 pieces. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that like triangular curve toward the center on the corner, like this. So that like Celtic little design goes towards the middle, which I think looks really fun. And then what I did was, what I want to do now is, I should have cut this off. Let me cut the back off of this, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I just measured the front of the card base at 5, and I cut the back off. So now I have that piece to use if I want. And now this is going to be my matte layer. I'm going to go like that. And then this piece here, I took this and I cut it right down the center. Right down the center of those details, and to give me 2 strips. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer them top and bottom like this. And I think that gives a lovely, lovely contrast. So I'm going to do it just like that, right? That's pretty good. And so then I think what I can do is I can embellish this with because we have a bunch of those like really pretty turquoisey flowers. Let me find them that are in here. I think we can just layer that on top, layer a few of these on top, and it would be beautiful. Along with, like, we could do one of those butterflies. Let's see, these are the flat ones. I do want some of the green. See, we can do like that. Like, how beautiful is that? I just dropped some. And let's get the opposites. So we can, or do we want them to go? We don't want them to go in because we want our photo mat to be as large and in charge as it possibly can. So, oh wow, those are exactly what I needed. Nice. Yeah, so we'll have that. And I think that is gorgeous. But let's see if, I wonder if we could do a gold in there. Maybe something like that. Let's see, what does that one look like? It looks like that. Can we pop maybe, what if we actually do a gold up there? And a little, with that butterfly embellishment. Oh, that looks pretty fun. So let's do that, and let's do, what does this one look like? So that's the same one. I need an opposite of that guy. Of that. Ooh, I don't know if I have any more. I'm not seeing it. Well, that's okay, though. I must use it on something else. That's okay. We can still use that one. Where is that? Nope. Wait. Oh, here. Let's just do like this. Oh, I need one for the other side. Oh, shoot. We gotta have these matching ones for the other side. Okay. So we have this. That goes to that side. Hold on. Okay, let me see if I have the same. If I have one, this I'm actually going to put on the other page instead. This is going to go on the other page. And then I'm going to find, yeah, so this goes there. Let's see, this goes to that one. And, oh, I think I'm missing. Oh, and I got a butterfly. And. Oh, shucky darn. Okay, let me find my other one. That should go to, oh, no, they're right here. So like that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, these go like this. Okay, so I've got all the details for that one there. I wonder if I could swap out. Maybe I could swap out. No, this I think will look, I think it will look fine. Like we could do that on that side, huh? And then we can swap it. Since that's the same, I could put that on the other one, and we could put this on the other side of that one. Let's look at that. Okay, and then these are going to go to the other page. Okay, so let me actually adhere all this down. I'm going to prop these up and then prop these up on top of this. And probably pop this up and then put these down. So let me put this page together and we'll see what it looks like. I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. So I popped these borders up with 1 dimension, popped these up with 2 dimensions, popped these borders up with 2, this with 1, and then the rest of these just kind of accordingly to where it was gonna just fit on everything. So yeah, so I just need to do a second page of that one. I don't think I'm gonna do it right now though, because I don't know where my phone battery is. I think it's gonna die. So if I still have juice at the end, I'll put this one together on my battery, because I can't see how much is there. So if I have juice, I'll put this one together and hope that I can come back and do the end. But right now I'm going to focus on the cards. However, if it cuts out at any time, I'll do a part 2 and take off where I left off after it gets charged, right? Okay, so there we are there. So yeah, so this is the third scrapbook, and I'm just going to make an identical one so we have everything, all the bits here, all the bits. I'll get the bits for this page here. So yeah, I'll cut all this out. Okay, oh yeah, here. Yeah, so I've got this card, right? And all that. So let me figure out let me get organized a little bit more with my card base. And, but that's going to be the third layout. So hang on one sec. Okay, so I got the 2 pages. And I actually got my phone charged, or charging. It's plugged in right now, so that worked out great. So, but these are the 2 pages. So that's the one we did together. And then this is the other one. And I think these look so fun. These are pretty cool. So, okay. So now that I got that finished, I'm going to organize a little bit more, and we're going to do 3 cards. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my pieces of what I have left. So I have to make cards. So I have these, 2 of each of all of these card bases. So I have these, anyways, I have each of these. Obviously, I have all my sentiments. I've got my bows, these flowers, and there's quite a few, actually. These, a couple of lanterns, and those gold ones. And then I do have all of this paper left as well, plus the backers for these 2 cards. The 2 card pieces that I cut the fronts off, and then I have these pieces of the green left, is what we have left. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we do, we could use one of these. This is so pretty. Actually, we could use, what if we cut a 5x7 out of that, a frame out of that, and pop that on the front there, and then we pop one of the sentiments on and use one of the butterfly dies. And I went ahead and put this on magnetic sheet. We could ink up a butterfly. So there. And I could even, out of the piece that the 5x7 from this frame, I could cut the top layer and then cut ivory out of the bottom. And then we could have a very happy birthday. I could totally do that. I'd be full on board with that. You could do that. And then do the turquoise flowers around this one. We could go all turquoise accents on that one. Oh, here's some flat. See, like that. With maybe a bit of gold. I do like this one. Let's see if there's a different... Oh, is that the only 2 left? Oh, that's hilarious. We don't have to do that. Oh, yeah, the rest of these are pink. That's okay. Maybe we just do like this. Oh, there we go. And what if we do that, this pink? What if I ink this one up with the peacock, right? That peacock ink on the ivory. And then I do that in a pink. We ink this up with pink on that. And then that way we have something like that. Okay, let's do that. Let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to cut a 5x7 out of this. And then cut a frame off of that 5x7. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we go. There's my frame, right? This is going to be so cute. Let's make sure we're going the right direction. So like this. And I could just glue that down if I wanted, but I think it'll be way more fun if we pop it up. So there again, going to use some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. What a fun mystery box. This was a hoot. Yeah, like I said, I don't normally pick this style, but it's very pretty. Big fan. And yeah, big fan of it. All these backers. Oh, I guess I should get more. Oh, that is off. I was kind of thinking, well, what if we actually cut our butterfly out with tissue paper? I wonder if we could. I should give that a whirl on something. We have this though. Let's stick to the plan. I think actually I could do the layering. Whoops. I could do my layering off that one and then do the ivory. Do the ivory. Whoops. Oh. Those Stampin' Up ones, they stick so well. Ugh. Okay. Okay, and then this is going to go all the way to the edge. Like so. There we go. Just like that. Oh, yeah, that looks great. Look how pretty that is. Okay, oh, yeah, and then we're going to put this on here. And I think right there is really nice. And then we can capitalize on those flowers there. With this like this. Maybe something like that. And then will our butterfly still fit there? Where is our butterfly? Okay, let me find the butterfly. Hold on. Okay, yeah, that'll work. So I think though we want to pop this one up as well. I mean, all the other stuff gets to be popped up and happy. I think we ought to go like that. And then something like this. Little double duty here. Put a couple on both. Yeah. Yeah, my bark mulch project got thwarted by the weather. It got hijacked. It snowed and like we woke up to snow and it was pouring buckets of rain. It was just crazy weather around here. And now I gotta wait for it to dry out. I was trying to get it done before I left on my travels, but it's not gonna happen. It's so wet. Everything would sink to try to move those pallets of bark mulch around. So I'm like, oh darn, I have to craft again. Obviously, I'm broken up about that. Not really. I think it's funny. Okay, and then you're trying to be responsible and then you end up playing anyways. I think it's fun. Okay, so should we do I think this should stick to ivory, and actually this one, I'm gonna see what it looks like in this fashion. I'm gonna cut it out of this piece here, and I'm gonna cut this one out of ivory here, and I'm gonna do that and be right back. Okay, so I actually I did cut it out of this one, but it looked a little bit busy. So then I cut it out of ivory, and I was thinking, well, we could either ink it up. Yeah, we're gonna want a background. So we could leave it like this. You could technically leave it like that, and that is really pretty, especially if you fluffed it up and everything. It's lovely, and you popped it up and then fluffed it. You know, like that. So pretty, just like that. And maybe we should do that. That's actually really beautiful. Actually, I think I am. I'm gonna go with it. That is so beautiful. That ivory on ivory. This is such a beautiful dye. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this butterfly dye is absolutely beautiful. You use this for so many things. In all your projects. Oh, dude. Yeah, big fan. Big fan. Gorgeous. This whole set of butterflies is absolutely beautiful. And then we're gonna fluff it up like that. Right? That's just so pretty. So let's try to keep it within our little limitations. And then look at that. Isn't that fun? That is a beautiful card. And you could put a shimmer pin on the top of that. A butterfly, that'd be gorgeous. You could have actually cut it out in some glitter. Some glitter. Oh, dude, that would have been really pretty as well. Obviously, any of the matte foils. But I think the glitter would have been really cool. But, okay, there's our first card. Okay, yeah, this is getting really long. Okay, so now let's go, so we got that one. That is beautiful. Oh, so could we put a bow on that as well? Can we put a bow on it? This isn't really an ideal spot, although it'd be really sweet to have the texture and that color on there. I don't know if there's an ideal spot necessarily. There? We could put it there. Oh, that's pretty up there, actually. Let's just leave it off for a minute. I don't know if I can get behind that yet. It would be really pretty on there, but... Okay, let's focus on something else. Okay, so now we got that. Now let's think about another card. We could definitely do... Oh, what if we did a little baby envelope? A baby envelope with... Actually, yeah, what if we did a baby envelope here with butterflies coming out? What if we did a baby envelope? Baby envelope? We could do a miniature envelope with butterflies coming out. Wouldn't that be pretty? That would actually be super pretty. I wonder if we could actually do it on this green one with maybe an ivory. Oh, what if we made it out of this? What if we make it out of this? We could do ivory, and we could ink this up with some pink. And then the butterflies coming out of it. Like, oh, we could do a few small ones. We could do a few of the small ones. We could put this. Yeah, let's make a little envelope out of this. Here. Let me clear this off. Hold on. Okay, so let's see. We got the back of our card base. So let's go ahead and cut this to like... Whoops. Let's cut it to like 4.5 by 4.5 by 4.5. And let's get our scoreboard. I think that'll be good. And let's, okay, and then let's put this on the diagonal. Let's see if this is on. So let's, if you line a straight piece up at the top, you can line up your point to point to make sure that you're on the same spot. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go, let's see, this is at 5. Let's go 1.5 inches. So let's go 3.5. And then let's go 1.5 inches on this side. And then let's turn it. And I think this is lining up on 2.5. Yeah, this is lining up on 2.5. So then let's go, that's at 5. Let's go 3. No. Let's go 3 3/4. That'll get me there. And then let's go and let's go 1.5 inches here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see, will that get me a baby envelope? Will that get me? Oh, that gets me a baby envelope. Or let's try. Oh, that should be the top, I guess. Let's go this way. And then like this. But actually the bottom should fold up. So let's go this way and then go this way. How do we feel about that? That didn't go so well. Can we do that? That's like broken. That doesn't look very good. What about this way? Wait. This way. I think I had it that way already. This way? No, I think you have to go... Let's see. I did 4.5. Did I? Oh, no wonder it's like... Oh, what in the world did I do? Well, I used my crooked eye. 3.5 by 3. Oh, wow. I wanted 4.5 by 4.5. No wonder it's all tiny. That's 5, but now that's not big enough. Okay, hold on. Nope, can't do it with that. Hang on, let me figure something out. Hold on. Okay, we're going to try this again. I just took an envelope and I cut the front off of it on the nice piece. And so now I'm going to try this again. Let's line it up on 3. Okay, that's lined up on 3. And we're at... actually, we're going to go inch and a... Wait. We're going to go 1.5 inches on this side. And then we're going to flip it around to where hopefully it's both on 3. Let's try this again. There we go. And we're going to go 1.5 inches. Okay, that's my 2 sides. So I am 4.5 by 4.25. I figure if I made it a tiny bit rectangle, it might work out okay. So now what I want to do is I want to make sure this is on 3 again on the opposite sides. Oh, like this. And okay, so let's go 2 inches here. Flip it around back to 3 on the opposite side. Let's see what happens. Okay, and let's see, I did 2 inches on this one, and let's go 1 3/4 on this one. Let's just see what happens, and we'll pick the best side, right? All right. We're gonna go this way. This is a rectangle, so this is obviously... Oh, that's why. There. Did I fold? That did not go so hot. So let's see what happens with this one. Well, fine. We'll ad-lib. Everything's gonna be okay. I don't like it like that. Wait. Alright. What if we go like that? What if we just do it like that? And then we just fold this over. And like that. That looks like a baby envelope. Come on. And we're going to put flowers on it. See, like that? That's great. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to snip off these bits here. And make it look like a little bit better. And then we're going to fold these guys in. And we're going to do just like that. And we're going to glue this down like a regular envelope. So, I don't know. This doesn't touch, I don't think. Yeah, I just want to glue the sides because I thought it would be kind of fun if we could actually make it like a working envelope and do like a mimic of what we did on the scrapbook page, like where you pull the sentiment out or something instead. Like we could do have a happy birthday, or actually we could do have a very happy birthday, and then what if we need oh, do they fit? Oh yeah, see, heaven is one of the sweetest delights in life. Like you could have that pull out of there, like, you know what I mean? Like that would be so cute. Let's see. Oh, see, may your birthday be as special as you are. Have a very happy birthday. Oh, right, that's pretty good. So we're gonna do that. Yeah, that's pretty fun. And then you can pull that out. And okay, so let's do that and that. And then, oh my goodness, and these pink flowers will go great. These pink ones will be awesome. So we could do like that. And then a gold, we could do a little gold one. A little gold one. A little pink, a little gold. A little something like that. And oh, those are big. We do something like this. What if we stack it like that? How do we feel about that? It needs a little something, huh? It's a little bit blandish around here. Wait. What if? Ooh. Wait, maybe we need this. Wait, what if we do this? And this and this-ish. And this-ish. And what if this was a border? What if I did a frame like it did on that one? Oh, or what if... Oh, I cut it out. Wait, what if we have a backer piece? Actually, what if we do a backer piece like that? What if it's like that? And then it pops. Oh, dude. Oh, we could do it on this one. No, I think actually it looks great on that one. Let me do a backer piece. Hold on. So I'm actually going to do a... Let's do... This is 5x7. Let's do 4 4¼ by 6¼ Let me do 4¼ by 6¼ Hold on. Okay, I think we got it. I think that's it right there. And that is pretty fun. Okay, so let me adhere this down, pop this. I'm going to pop this one up and adhere these down. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got it all on here. I couldn't fit this on there quite. And so I popped this up. These are stuck down. And then this one has a dimensional, and then this is stuck to the front of this. And then this pulls out like this. See, you can see it's a little note, and then you have the fun little flower in there, which I thought was really cute. And then that slides back in there. And like, right? Isn't that adorable? I think that is so fun. If I had some background dyes and all that and some other stuff, it would make it really fun. But for use of what is in the kit, I think that is pretty cool. So there it is there. Let me figure out something else for the last card. And this video is already super long, so I'll just cut right to the chase. Hang on, let me figure something out. Okay, so actually the layer I had from this one, I'm going to go ahead and pop in there a cattywampus like this. And then I've got these 2 giant flowers left. And this sentiment that says, a day is made more beautiful when touched with your kindness. Thank you. And I'm going to layer that right there. And I think that is pretty sweet. And I'm going to pop this up. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's what the last card looks like. And I think this came out really cute. I think once I put the sentiment insert in there and whatnot, that is really, really adorable. So let me show you what we have left, and then I'll go back through all the projects. So we still have a few envelopes, 2, 4, 6, 7 envelopes left. We have all of our inserts to go in our cards, right? We have all the bows. I didn't use any of those. I only used 3 of the sentiments. This is all of the pieces I have left of the ephemera that I used from both bags. So the flat ones plus the double stacked ones, that's it. There's like maybe 5 left. The one butterfly that I cut out of that piece of cardstock, I have these 5 card bases left. Of course, you have your dies. And then I ended up with 3 full sheets, these 2 and this one, full sheets of 12 by 12 cardstock. And then I still have these pieces of cardstock left. So this, not quite a full 12 by 12. It's an inch shy, or not 12 by 12, but it's 11 by, I don't know, 5 or something. This piece I cut a butterfly out. That one, that's a card backer, an envelope, card backer, and then that piece. And so that's everything that's left. So this is the last card that we made. This is this fun one that mimics the page where you pull that out, you get to read it, and it's a fun little slot to store a little message in. That's like super fun. Really like how that came out. And then this one, it's just really pretty and utilizes the dies, and I think those dies are just gorgeous. Oh my goodness. So let's look at the 3 double layouts. So this is the last one that we made. So this page here, that's the last one, and it did make a double layout. So we have 2, just basically a mirrored image. And then we did this one here where you just add a little bit of ink, a little bit of inking. So some peacock and some green from your stash, and you get these really fun, beautiful pages here, which I think these are just lovely. And that wasn't so bad, just adding some ink. And then you get these other interactive pages that have to stay in the sleeves because of how they work. But these are really great because you get the you get 2 5x7s because of how we cut that out. You get the fun little design there, and you get this as a journaling spot, or you get this as a 2x3 photo, which I think is really fun. Plus both pages are interactive, which is, that's pretty cool. I think that just works out really fun. Yeah, you just pull it out and pop your 4x6 photo on each side, and that is pretty fun. Utilizes the die, and just super fun. And some inking on this one as well, and then this one, and 2 5x7s. So this double spread gets you 4 5x7s and 2 2x3s, or 2 journaling spots, which I think is super, super fun. So there it is there, all different, but all in the very much Asian or Oriental feel. I think it just really goes with the paper and utilizes the entirety of the box, right? Other than some inks, it all comes out of the box, and I think it's pretty fun. So let me know what you guys think of each of these little projects that we did together. Let me know which one is your favorite. I hope you enjoyed it and were inspired. This is obviously not the end-all be-all. I'm not a professional, just like to spread encouragement and inspiration for all things crafty fun. Thanks for hanging out, and until next time, happy crafting, everyone. Bye-bye.